Good Monday afternoon and hopefully a cooperative weather till the weekend. This is William Theo for PTV News Now. Finally, the president speaks out over the drama that has been unnecessarily building up since his vice president turned rogue in a midnight rant over the weekend. In addressing the nation well past noon today, the president finally dwelt on the troubling and threatening message his vice president dished out in her brother's congressional office under darkness after the sudden order for the transfer of custody of the vice president's chief of staff from Congress's detention to Bicutan's Women's was approved. The president hinted and lamented the missed opportunity the vice president squandered for turning her attacks against the government and the president personally. Her vow to liquidate or assassinate the president, his first lady and House Speaker should she lose her life anytime soon only means is a clear and present danger to the life of the Republic, where ultimately only she and she alone stands to gain on the president's assassination being first in line of succession. Words matter, and so the vice president, just like everyone else, should be held into account for what comes out of her mouth, which she could predicate into action given her power and position as the second highest official of the land. Thus, the president is left with no choice but to take action on any threat against the life of his family and himself, especially when the threat comes from personalities imbued with powers and privileges like that of the vice president.
Gagawin po ng National Bureau of Investigation ang lahat ng mga hakbang para matuntun ang identity nito, kasama po ang pag-i-issue po ng subpoena kay Vice President Sara na humarap sa NBI para bigyan po ng kaliwanagan ang kanyang mga pananalita. Dahil po diretsuhan niyang sinabi na siya po ay kumuha na ng tao, na siya pong gagawa ng pagpatay hindi lang po sa Pangulo, kasama po ang ating First Lady at ang ating Speaker of the House. Hindi po tama pong pananalita na nanggagaling po sa napakataas na opisyalis ng ating bayan. Kailangan po agarang investigasyon at meron po tayong paraan sa batas na mag-issue ng subpoena ang National Bureau of Investigation para po paharapin ang ating Vice Presidente.
Meanwhile, plastic pollution is so widespread it has been found high in the clouds, the deepest trenches in the Pacific, and even in human breast milk. But while no one disagrees it is a huge problem, there is much lesser consensus among nations on how to solve it completely. Thus, in Busan, South Korea, participating nations are working closely and hard to find their way out of the most contentious issues like capping plastic production, banning chemicals deemed deleterious to human health, and how to pay for implementation. Then again, observers warn the consensus reached by countries in the end may fall way short of expectations, much like what has happened in the just concluded COP29 talks in Baku, Azerbaijan. And that's finally a wrap for this afternoon. Join me anew later on for this evening's breaking stories. Always keep in mind to stay connected by catching the news right here. I am William Theo, and thank you for watching PTV News Now.